So we are about to finish cooking one whole large egg with 4 jumbo egg whites. Now the reason why I did that is, as you can see, there's jumbo eggs and then large eggs. The reason why I did that is because, once again, 2 weeks out from Fitness Atlantic, and my attention to detail in terms of my nutrition is spot on. It's pinpoint down to every single calorie. I want to make sure everything is perfect. I'm not doing this to be, anal about it, but I'm trying to, I'm experimenting with my attention to detail to see how my body responds. So I decided to use 1 large egg instead of just a jumbo egg like the rest of the egg whites. 1 large egg because it measured out to fit my macros and my caloric intake a lot better. So with a whole egg, you're getting some extra fats. The fats aren't entirely bad, but when you're this close to a show, you got to start cutting down. So eventually I will be down to absolutely no egg yolks in my eggs. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for checking in. What you're seeing here is part of my cardio routine. This is what I do after I do 30 to 40 minutes of the elliptical cross trainer downstairs. I come up and just do 3 or 4 sets of 12 burpees, and I'm just doing this in response to a comment on my last video. They said, can you share with what you're doing for your cardio routine? And you guys, it's nothing more than that. It's really just me going on elliptical, doing some high intensity interval training at 1-minute intervals, and just working up a really good sweat, and then doing something like burpees. If you check out one of my earlier videos, then you will see that I did, things such as farmer curls and sled pushes, but it really isn't that complicated, you guys. It's just a little something extra just to keep things different. And now what you're seeing is my shoulder workout. And shoulder workout felt great, but what I really want to dedicate this commentary to is a comment made on my last video, and the comment basically referred to genetics and bodybuilding. With the exception of a disease or a disability that won't allow you to build muscle, you have the ability to build muscle then. You may not build it as fast as the next guy, and your body will not allow you to become, go past a certain size based on your genetics, naturally, of course, but you have the ability to build muscle. I really do think that it's a poor excuse for somebody to say, I'm not getting the results I'm seeing because I have bad genetics. Well, let me tell you something. I was that guy 2-3 years ago. I was saying, oh, well, I didn't go on lean to my show because, my genetics won't, I burn too fast, so my body's going to want to store fat. No, that was a horrible excuse. It was a poor excuse. So I buckled down, learned more of the science about it, and each year my dieting and training just improved, and I saw better results. Now, am I at the stage where I want to be? No. Am I ever going to get there? I don't know. See, that's where genetics will come into play. I will always remain natural, you guys. I will always, if somebody were to come up to me and say, to prove that you're natural, would you take a drug test every week or every day for the rest of your life just to prove that you are natural? I would definitely do it, you guys. I'm here to inspire you guys, not to take the route of drugs. If you do take the route of the drugs, I can't stop you. Just learn how to use them. Don't abuse them. I know there are coaches out there that coach, that teach you how to cycle certain, drugs on and off, but I do not recommend using them, especially at a young age. But back to what I was saying, you guys, my genetics are my genetics. Your genetics are your genetics. We are all unique, but we can all build muscle. We are human beings. So with that said, don't use genetics as an excuse. If anything, use that as a motivation to drive you more. Because if you look at me and then you look at my brothers are in great shape, but they didn't take the bodybuilding route, and this is what I look like compared to them. My muscles are more developed. I'm sure that they're not that far off from being strong as me, and if they're watching this, yeah, I am stronger than you, Martin and Thomas. But the thing is, I trained a certain way for a certain period of time, and I saw what worked, saw what didn't, And it's all about practice, you guys. You practice something more, it gets better. You may not reach perfection, but you will see results and your progress will keep going. And that's what should be keeping you motivated. Not seeing somebody in the gym and saying, I want to look like him, because when you get that idea in your head and it's stuck in your head and you don't end up looking like them, it's really going to drive you down the wrong path, and that's something you don't want to do. Anyway, you guys, the video is pretty much over. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and Twitter at FitnessWithAJ, and sign up for some online personal training, www.fitnesswithaj.com.